Hi, I'm River Kanoff, and I voice Dr. Samson in Anonymous Agony. My take on Dr. Samson is that he's a intelligent but stoic, hardworking man of medicine with a lot on his plate. I think one of my favorite things about Dr. Samson is, it's going to sound kind of shallow, but it was one of the first roles where I got to use the big adult man voice that has carried me through a lot of my career thus far. I started voice acting around 2007. It's been a little over around 10 or so years now. I started by recognizing voices I was hearing in games I was playing and cartoons I was watching. I got called up to the front of class a lot to read because I guess I was good at it. So it kind of interested me that there was a kind of niche career behind the scenes that you don't really hear too much about. And now you hear all about, honestly. But I took to Google to find out about the people who do the voices for games and cartoons, and who they were, and why do I recognize them, why do I hear them so often. And it led to me discovering the Voice Acting Alliance, which at its peak had an incredible, helpful community of aspiring voice actors, articles, and auditions for things paid and unpaid. A lot of the unpaid work is pretty much what I consider the bulk of my training. Now it's filled out with a lot of classes that I've paid for, paid training under people that I grew up listening to in games and cartoons. But at the time, the Voice Acting Alliance was more or less my trade school, along with the Voice Acting Club, which is a lot like that. Better now, honestly, because the Voice Acting Alliance is gone. Rest in peace, VAA. I think that's where I got, I think that's actually where I booked Anonymous Agony. I've heard a lot of interesting stories about people getting into character in interesting ways that make you think, oh, actors are actually really cool, and mine's kind of boring. Honestly, I get up in the morning, I make sure that I've had a pretty decent breakfast, because if I'm going to be reading for a while, I can really feel when I get hungry. I can really feel when there's nothing in my stomach. I brew some tea, some green tea with lemon and honey, and hydrate at first. Drink that cup of tea, drink about a bottle of water, maybe about a half an hour before I go into the booth, and then take water with me as well. Room temperature water only. And I might do some warm-up stuff. You know, silly voice actor stuff. But that's just to loosen up, and it's especially helpful in the morning because your tongue and your face are probably still asleep. I learned from Richard Horvitz, actually, that it's good to spend some time with your script beforehand and get to know what it is that you, the character, want. And I don't want to spoil too much of his philosophy. I think his class is incredible and well worth the price. So you should check it out if you're interested in improving. Sometimes I'll have to go back, if it's a character that I've been voicing for a long time, I'll need to go back and listen to references of what it sounded like. Because the more auditions that you do, you're going to find yourself with overlapping work that you don't hear about from, for long stretches of time. And you may not always remember what you sounded like. And in that way, the character will sort of evolve through the years because you've gotten better, your voice has changed. But you want to try and not make the difference too drastic, because in the game, you probably, not that much time is probably not fast enough. So. But you want to try and make it as consistent as possible, because in the game that much time has probably not passed. I started in audio drama, and I think a lot of people come to this thinking that it's going to be easy to make money just by talking, more or less. But there is a lot more. There's a lot of energy that you have to, get good at harnessing and projecting through the muscles of your body and the inner workings of your voice. And, these are all muscles that you get better and better at using as you use them. They say the key to mastery of any skill is 10,000 hours of consistent, diligent, earnest practice, not half-assed practice, real practice. So read aloud to yourself, read in different voices, go to the voice acting club, go to casting call club. There's a lot of resources online for aspiring voice actors. The business is booming. It's growing like it's never grown before. And we're a collaborative industry. There's a lot of work for everyone, for those that are willing to put in the work. It's not as easy as it sounds. So practice, practice, practice. Be willing and humble enough to take work that is not paid in order to sharpen your skill set and to discover things about your voice and about yourself that you didn't know that you can carry into work that will pay. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy Anonymous Agony.